In this video, we're going to talk about goal setting. So in December, I like to sit down and kind of lay out my goals for the new year. In this case, 2023. Now you can set goals for weight loss. You can set goals for all kinds of things, right? Maybe your exercise schedule, right? You want to bulk up. Maybe you're going to start a new business, right? Could be lots of things. But in this video, we're going to create a plan for rideshare driving. And what you can do to get the most out of this year, one technique is to set a goal. And the bigger the goal you set, the more likely you are to move towards that goal, okay? And stick around, because at the end of the video, I'm going to share with you my plan for working weekends driving in Sacramento, California. Hey everybody, it is Jay Crater with the RideShare Guy. And I think it's been about 6 months since I made any videos for the RideShare Guy. But I have been driving on the weekends. I came back to America in August, and I've been driving on the weekends to get out and integrate with people. And it's been pretty awesome. Not doing it full time, but just doing it a little bit here and there. One thing I love is setting goals. And in this video, we're going to set some goals for the new year. Okay, number one, how many hours do you want to work? Okay, so you got to look at how many days do you want to work, and then how many hours per day do you want to work, and then how many weeks out of the year do you want to work. So in my case, I'm going to be working on the weekends. I'll probably work 6 hours a day, so that would be 12 hours. And I would only be working, let's see, I would take 2 months off. So what would that be? 52 less 8. So 44 weeks, okay? So what is that for you? Are you a full-time driver? You're going to drive 8 hours a day, 5 days a week? Number two, how much do you make per hour? Okay, so that's pretty simple to do. Go back and look at your last statement from Uber or Lyft, whoever you drive for, and it'll show you how many hours you were online, and it'll show you how much money you made. As you can see in this one here, this is my last week. I made about $900 working about 28 hours. So that's about $30 per hour. Okay. So you got to figure out what your hourly rate is, because that's really important in calculating how much you can make for the year. Number three, you need to think about how you could improve that number. Okay. So for example, in my case, if I really wanted to improve my number, if that was like a really important thing in my life, I would drive Friday and Saturday night. I'd probably start around 10 at night and go all throughout the night. And that would probably move me up from 30 to about 35 or 40, right? I'd probably get more tips, and the rates are higher, right? Because there's more demand. But you got to deal with drunk individuals and taking them home, and you know all that entails. So think about, what could you do to improve your number? Number four, obviously you've got to reduce your expenses as much as possible, okay? Our number one expense is gas. I suggest you find a Costco. If there's a Costco near you, you can use an app called Gas Buddy to find the cheapest rate around you. But get your expense low as possible. Number five is create a spreadsheet so that you can actually lay these numbers out and see where you stand. It's much different taking it out of your head and putting it onto a computer screen or onto a piece of paper. So here's a very simple one that I put together. And as you can see, we've got hours per week, the hourly rate, that gives you your gross revenue, less the gas expense. Okay, that's the only expense I'm going to incorporate into this spreadsheet. And then how many weeks you would work, and what would be your yearly revenue. So in the first column, you see part-time, that's me. 16 hours and $30 an hour, that's about $500 a weekend. And then working 44 weeks, that's about $18,000, okay? Now, if your next column, you see full-time, that's working 40 hours in a week, okay? Using all the same metrics, that would be about a $51,000 annual revenue. And then if I really wanted to go for it, I could go full time and up my number by working late nights from 30 to 40 and taking less vacation, and that jacks me all the way up to $68,000. Okay, so that's what's like possible in a market like Sacramento. Of course, there are other markets such as San Francisco where you could make even more money than that, just based on the rates, right? The rates are just higher in the larger metropolitan markets. Sacramento's like a suburb, so it doesn't have the same kind of rates that you can get in a market like a San Francisco. But you see, the power of the spreadsheet is that now you have a fixed idea of what's possible, right? You're not just flying by the seat of your pants. You're marching towards your goal, and all you need to do at that point is execute. So what are the key takeaways here? Create your plan, plan your work, and work your plan. Okay, that's the old saying, right? Plan your work and work your plan. So what we've done in this video is just gone over some very basics about how you can create a plan purely for your rideshare driving revenue in 2023. And it's kind of exciting when you can think, wow, if I really want to go for it, I could make, $68,000, probably with bonuses even more than that, if I really wanted to go for it. And that's just working 5 days a week. When I was a full-time driver in San Francisco, I would work 6 days a week and put in like 10 hours. But then I was making over $100,000. So it's really how committed you want to be to this. I actually relocated to San Francisco at that point because I knew that's where the money was. So if money's your ultimate goal, you can make changes like that, tweak the numbers that are in your spreadsheet and see if it's worth it for you. Okay? So this is Jay Creator. I want to say thank you for watching the video. I hope this helped you as we go into the new year, or maybe we're in the new year, depending on when you see this video. And you can put together your plan and kick ass, okay? Take care, be safe out there. Oh, and if you haven't subscribed yet to the YouTube channel, the RideShare Guy YouTube channel, it's awesome. We got new content that comes out every single week, several times a week, and you can just learn a lot to make you a better driver who makes more money. Who doesn't want that, right? All right, take care, be safe out there. See you next time, bye-bye.